Hey cozy friends, welcome back to the channel. I am Rachel T and we are going to talk YouTube Studio. So let's start. Log into YouTube Studio. And I need to log out and log back in. Okay, so we're logged into YouTube Studio. Now let's go to the left side and go over to where it says community, and it has the three little bodies as the icon. So let's click on community. Now this tab is our community center. So this is where YouTube puts everything that people are saying about our channel in one place. So instead of opening up every video trying to see all the comments and replies and mentions, YouTube put everything in this location for us. So you can think of this area as the channel inbox. So why is this important? So YouTube isn't just looking at what we're uploading. It's also paying attention to how we're interacting with our audience. So that's good information to know. We know that replying to comments, that's building relationships. It's building relationships and it's also building community. And that's what we want at the end of the day, is to build community. What is this section used for? So it's used to read your comments, to reply to your viewers. So if you look down, say if you have a comment in here already, if you look down, there's an area where you just hit reply, and then you can just comment right there. You can like the comment, you can heart it, you can thumbs down it, but you can hit reply and then you can reply. So you can pin the comment here, you can hide inappropriate comments in here. You can see when somebody mentions your channel, and you can just stay connected to your audience in this tab right here. So community equals conversations. So if analytics is telling us how our videos are performing, then community tells us how our viewers are feeling, which is important to know. Okay, so let's move on to viewer posts. So viewer posts, what is it? That's the tab that's next to comments. So viewer posts, this is the section that shows viewer interactions involving your channel. So not every creator will see activity here all the time. I've never seen any. So what it's used for, it helps us discover when our audience is talking about or interacting with our channel outside of regular comments. So I've never seen anything in this section for me. Why is it important? It helps us to recognize and encourage community engagement as our channel grows. So even if this tab may be quiet right now and with nothing in it, we need to be checking it periodically as we start to get subscribers. Let's move on to mentions. So what is mentions? Mention shows when someone tags your channel using your channel name. So I have a mention here from beautiful Dee Dee. And so I'm going to hit the post. I'm going to hit view post. And I'm going to comment real quick, and I'm just going to tell her, thank you so much for sharing this video. And if you all have not subscribed to Dee Dee, please go over there and subscribe to her channel. Her channel is at Dee Dee Backup 90s. DIDI Backup 90 small s. So go and subscribe to her channel. She is so sweet. So what's it's used for? It shows who mentioned you. You can discover collaborations. You can thank your supporters. You can find creators discussing your content. Mentions can lead to new relationships, collaborations, and viewers. So it's a great thing to have. And you know, when somebody mentions you or shares your video, you know, definitely want to say thank you, because they didn't have to do that. So acknowledge them. So mentions is an opportunity for us to build relationships. So we definitely need to take advantage of that. Let's move down up underneath community and let's go to languages. All right. So languages, we have that open. What is it? The language tab is where YouTube stores translations and language settings for your videos. So what's it used for? It manages translated titles, manages translated descriptions, organize language versions for our content, and reach viewers around the world. So why is it important? Translation can help viewers in other countries discover and understand your content. So even for me, even if I don't need translations today, I still want to know where everything is at in YouTube Studio. That's why I'm digging in it like I am. So I might not be using this now, but I may use it later. Languages, you know, we just have to remember it's helping more people understand our content. So I want to get out of the habit of doing is ignoring features that I'm not using right now. So just because I'm not using it right now, that doesn't mean for me to totally ignore it. I still want to be able to understand what these features are. That way, if something happens, I can say, oh, you know what? That feature's in YouTube. I need to go in there and do what I need to do. All right, so the key takeaway is for the All tab, it's everything that we've created or managed. And then for the Drafts tab is saved but not yet live. And the Publish tab is live translations viewers can see. I think that's all I have for that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get out of channel languages and let's go underneath languages in the left area. It says content detection. All right, and then we see these tabs here that says copyright, and then some may have likeness and then beta in a box, those two tabs underneath content detection. So let's talk about copyright. Okay, so copyright, what is it? So copyright provides an overview of copyright tools and activities related to our channel. So what is it used for? To review copyrighted information, monitor activity, and access copyright tools. Why is it important? Understanding copyright helps you protect your work while respecting other creators. So, you know, copyright isn't something to fear. We just need to understand it. So copyright equals ownership of our creative work. So let's go underneath where it says matches. All right. So matches, what is that? It shows videos that YouTube believes may contain content matching your uploads. So these are potential matches, not automatically violations. So what it's used for, to review possible matches and decide whether any action is necessary. And why is it important? Not every match is a problem. We just have to review first before making decisions. So matches equal potential use of your content. So next to matches, you have removal requests. What is that? It shows copyright removal requests you've submitted and their status. What's it used for? To track requests and monitor the progress of those requests. And why is this important? It keeps all copyright actions organized and in one place. So removal request equals tracking copyright requests that you have made, if any. Of course, all this for me is blank, but we're still gonna go through it so we can just know what it is. Next to removal requests, you have messages. That contains communications from YouTube related to copyright. And what's it used for? To review important copyright updates and notifications. Why is this important? Important information about your channel is going to appear here from YouTube. So messages, we have to just remember Copyright Communication Center. That's where you'll be having a dialogue with YouTube. All right, and next to that one is, next to messages is the archive tab. What is that? That stores completed or closed copyright related items. So what's it used for? To review past cases and keep a history of completed actions. And it's important because a history of previous activity can be useful if similar situations may happen again. So archived is your copyright history if you have any issues. So you may see at the bottom where it says, please agree to the guidelines to enable access to this tool. So if you click on view guidelines, it'll give you all these guidelines for using this tool, keeping control of your content. And then once you've agreed on all this, you know, you would hit agree and continue, and then it'll just bring you back to the content detection screen. And that's it. Now we can go over here. If you have this tab, it says that everybody doesn't have this tab, but there is a tab next to copyright that is called likeness with beta in a box. So if you have this tab, if you don't see it, don't worry about it. It's a feature that YouTube is rolling out slowly. So not everybody has access to it yet. That's what I read. But what it is a YouTube feature that helps creators identify videos that may use an AI generated version of your face, of our face. So YouTube is developing tools to help creators understand when their likeness may have been used in other content. So it is another layer of protection for your identity. So somebody, it's a good tool to have, because somebody could be using your face, or make some AI version of you saying something else, and YouTube is pulling out this tool to help identify situations like that, which I think is great. But there are some steps that you have to do. So, and I'm just gonna read it because, like I said, this is new, and I just seen this when I was pulling this up. So it's used to review videos that may contain an AI-generated version of your face, and understand how your image may be used on YouTube, and decide whether additional review or action is appropriate. So this feature provides information. It does not automatically remove videos or determine whether a policy has been violated. So why is this important? Because AI tools are becoming more common every day. As creators, our face becomes part of our brand. So this feature is another step towards helping creators protect their identity. So I hope I never have to use this feature, but I'm glad that, YouTube is thinking in the future. But it's always good to know that we're being given a level of protection with that. Because to have somebody use your face or your body or whatever in an AI generated, of course that needs permission, and you just have to be careful of who you're granting that permission to be able to use your face and use your body, because it could get dangerous later. So I'm glad that we have this feature. Likeness is pretty much helping protect our identity in the age of AI. So we just have to remember, community is building relationships, languages, helping more people understand our content detection is monitoring copyright related activity, and the likeness is reviewing content, possible AI generated use of our face. And I know everybody doesn't have this tab, but when you have it and you click on it, what opens up, it says start protecting how you appear in videos. And it says review content where your likeness may be altered or made with AI and decide what action to take. So it has a tab for you to hit start now. So I'm gonna hit that. And now what comes up, it says scan the QR code on your phone. So it has a QR code on your phone, well, on the screen for you to scan. And it says before you start, you will need your ID, make sure it's valid and not physically damaged, a well-lit room, you'll record a brief video of your face, stable internet. This is so the process is not interrupted. And then it gives you a link if you need it. And then that's to start the process for the likeness detection. So that's the steps that you have to go through. And, I'm sure it's more after all these steps are done, but that is what you would do. So that's it. It's YouTube. So YouTube Studio, there is a lot in here, a lot of good tools for us, which is great because, we all want and need help. But this series is pretty much me just kind of learning out loud. So I am not an expert in YouTube Studio, nor do I want to be, but I do want to be proficient enough to be able to know what I'm doing if I'm taking the time to have a YouTube channel. I want to know all the things. Otherwise, I can go do something else, right? So, but if I'm going to do this, then I want to do it and just learn the inner workings, the behind the scenes of my channel. So I'm recording this, you know, to share. So if you have any feedback, if you have any comments or suggestions, the community over here, we're open to it, okay? So please share, and I thank you for watching. And next week we will talk about, and I'm gonna go like some things that I'm not certain on, or that I'm still kind of like shaky on. I'm shaky about all of it, but just certain things that I want to like know more on. Maybe in the midweek I'll talk about that or not, but next week we're going to talk earn, customization, and creator music. Those are the next 3 tabs that we'll talk about. And then the week following that, we'll talk about settings, because that's a pretty big chunk of YouTube Studio. So that's all I have, cozy friends. I thank you so much for joining and listening, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. See ya.